I'm live on Facebook. I'm live on Instagram. Hello, everybody. Happy Thursday. I hope you guys are well, and I hope that you can hear me on both platforms, that I'm coming through pretty good. So I wanted to jump on really quickly and talk about social media and having a little bit of clarity before you decide to join a certain platform. So when I say social media, I'm talking about any platform in particular that you decide to join, just being very clear and having a goal of why you're being on that platform. So before I get to the good stuff, let me introduce myself. So my name is Shakita Lee. I am a social media coach to authors and solopreneurs, the owner of SL Media. I help you guys, entrepreneurs, simplify social media. So that means figuring out which platform you want to be on. Hey, Leslie, thank you for joining. What content, which platform is the best for you. I help you to figure out all that, get some game plans, strategize, all that great, wonderful stuff is what I help you guys with. So you guys can schedule a complimentary call with me and we can talk about a couple of things, like where you are and where you want to be, what you're trying to do, things of that sort. So you can reach out to me at bit.ly/SL Media LLC, and we can talk about where you're trying to go. All right, so I titled it Set Your Goals Before You Join. I was thinking about so many titles to call this, but essentially what I want for people to understand is when you decide to join social media, you must have a particular goal in mind. Whatever platform that you decide to join, you have to be clear on why you're joining that platform. And if you're not clear on why you're joining that platform, then you really have to get with someone before you do. So what happens is sometimes people join platforms, they're on the platform and they have no idea what they want to do and if the platform is best for them. They have no game plan. So they kind of just are on the platform, but they're dormant on that platform. Or they're on the platform and they're sharing like a variety of things. But when you look at who they are, you have no idea of what they are about, what their business is about, what they can offer you, or anything. They may set up the platform and not have a picture of themselves. They may have a picture of a pet or no picture at all. They don't have any type of bio laid out. It's just, they're on there, but they're not on there. So you don't have a clear picture of who they are. Now, if it's a business account, that's even worse, because for business accounts, sometimes you will run across people, and this is for people that have private accounts on, say, Periscope or Instagram or Twitter. They'll have a business account or their business name. They may have the bio set up. You may want to see what they're about, but it's private. So you can't even see what type of content that they have on their platform because they're private. So if you're going to do social media, right, figure out, okay, which platform do I need to be on? Which platform works best for me? And if you don't know, that is where I come in handy and be able to help you. But you have to figure out which platform you're going to be on. And how you figure that out is basically the type of business that you're in. Where's your audience? Is your audience on this platform? Like I'm on Facebook. Are they on Facebook? Are they on Instagram? Are they on Twitter? That whole, my audience is everywhere, doesn't really work, because you can't sell to everybody. You have to sell to, or you have to be able to connect with who your audience is. And a lot of people, just depending on what it is, they may have audiences on a couple of platforms, or they may have audience on one platform. So for example, a person selling clothing or what have you, they may have their Facebook fan page, and they may have Instagram, they may have Pinterest. Those are all good platforms to be on, especially with Instagram, because pictures, they speak to people. You see a dress online, you want to buy that dress. You see an outfit online, you want to buy that outfit. So these pictures, they speak to people. So those are great platforms based on what type of business that is. So again, every business that you have is not going to be good for every platform. So you just have to have a game plan. You have to have a goal. You have to know where you're going and not just hop on to certain platforms. Another thing that's totally important is the wording of your handle, like your handle, your username. That's very important. And I will share with you guys, when I first joined Instagram, when I first joined Periscope, I joined Periscope under my Twitter account. And my Twitter I'd had for probably like 6-7 years before I joined, hey Janice, before I joined Periscope. So my Twitter handle was what my blog was, because my blog was connected. Hey Kawana, hey Eleanor. It was what my blog was. So my Twitter connected to my blog. Everything made sense. But once I joined Periscope under my Twitter handle, I became my blog from Twitter. And my handle was called Like No Other because that's what my blog was. That was my everyday blogging website. That's what I did. So then I'm like, that's probably not a good handle if I'm going to be talking about business on Periscope and doing any type of business scopes. So I went and I changed my handle to what my name is. And that way I kept everything the same all the way around. And it kind of just sounds better to have all of your handles the same. The only thing I will say that's different is my Facebook page. My handle is Shakita Lee, but to find my Facebook page, it's my business name, which is Shakita Lee Media. So I couldn't keep my name under my business page because I have my hyphenated married last name under my personal page. So I couldn't do it for Facebook. But that's one of the things that I wanted to be able to do on all my platforms, keep everything the same. So if you can't find me under Shakita Lee, you'll find me under SL Media. But for the most part, everything is under Shakita Lee. And that's the way I wanted it. So I learned that lesson in the beginning, which was being on Twitter, having my blog, everything made sense. But once I joined Periscope, my handle was totally different. And it just didn't make sense. And I'm like, whoa, I don't want people to go to my blog. I want people to go to my website. So I went ahead and changed it. So although my Periscope handle and my Twitter handle were totally different names, but it was the same business, I said, well, time to change this because everything needs to make sense. It needs to be streamlined. And you will find some people that will have like just a little bit of a difference when it comes to their handle on certain platforms because of maybe the way that the platform is set. But again, when you are setting your goals on social media, what is it that you want to accomplish? This is something that you need to lay out before you get on the platform. Or you could do what I did, which is when I joined Pinterest, I kind of just joined it to see what Pinterest was all about before I really did anything. And then from there, once I figured out the game plan of what I wanted to do for Pinterest, I named the business a shorter name under the Pinterest account instead of the longer business name. Oh, Jenny says she loves Pinterest. I do too. So it was just being there. Hey, Mary. It was just being there and taking in what was going on and figuring out, okay, is this going to work for me or not work for me? Because there's a lot of platforms that you could be on that really just won't work for you. It won't work for your business. It won't help you to grow any business. And your people may not be up there. For the most part, a lot of people are on a lot of platforms. And honestly, the most popular platforms are Facebook and Instagram. There are a couple of people that hop onto YouTube, but people really go on YouTube to watch videos or catch someone going live. But the popular ones are Facebook and Instagram. You know, the younger folks, they like Snapchat. But of course, whatever damage they do on Snapchat is gone in 24 hours. So it works out well for them. But it's for business purposes. You definitely have to figure out what you want to do on a platform before you even join that platform. What's your goal for being on that platform? What's your mission? What plan do you have for being on that platform? And is it going to work for you being on that platform? Again, your audience isn't everywhere. Your audience is not everywhere. You can't sell to everybody. Your clients aren't everywhere. They're on particular platforms, and you have to figure that out. I'm not going to go any deeper than that. But you guys, I was here No, I didn't come on live. Couldn't get on live last night. But I did a workshop, a social media session, and it was called Creating Social Media Buzz. And my first session was a group of ladies with a variety of businesses. And the second session was purely travel agents. And that's actually how I started out my first business, being a travel agent. So I spoke with them in detail about things that would help them to grow their business and to create the buzz. And they were already pretty much advanced in a lot of things, but it was just certain things that they were lacking. But again, the ladies in the first group were very diverse in what they did. And the only one person that wasn't sure on what she was doing, she had a lot of things going on. So she needed to hone in on which platform would be best and which platform would be better for whichever business that she wanted to use the platform for. So it was a whirlwind, but this is what kind of brought my topic up tonight. You have to have a game plan for which platform you're going to be on. You got to know what your goal is for being on that platform. Like, do you want to grow the platform? You want to get followers? You want to get some money? You know, what is it that you want to do on that platform? And when you decide that, you have to put in the work to do it. You can't think, okay, I'm just going to be on this this week. Next week, I got stuff to do. Following week, I might hop on it. No, you have to be consistent, because if people see you on platforms consistently, they're going to know, okay, number one, she's still in business. But number two, she's always going to be on, you know, one day or a couple of days out of the week or something like that. So everybody's always looking for you. So you have to make sure that you continue to stay consistent in whatever it is that you're doing. Now, if the platform doesn't work for you, please do not get on that platform. If you think it might be a little bit too much for you, don't get on that platform. If you think that too many platforms can be overwhelming for you, again, don't be on those platforms. You have to be where your audience is. And in order for you to figure out where your audience is, you got to do a little research. So you got to do a little homework. You got to do a little work around there. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. But I just wanted to touch on that topic really quickly. Again, it was because of my session with the ladies last night, and it really had me thinking. Sometimes, you know, we're told, oh yeah, Facebook would be great for you. Facebook would be great. But honestly, who's really on Facebook, right? The younger kids are not necessarily on Facebook. Not really. And I know this because my thanks, Mary, my oldest and my youngest, they aren't on Facebook. They're on Instagram, they're on Snapchat, and they're on Twitter. But those are the platforms that they're on. All of my kids, that's where they're on. Like, they're Facebook, what? No, I'll catch them quicker on Instagram or know what's going on with them on Instagram than on Facebook. They go on Facebook probably once every 2 weeks or not, just to share some pictures with us older folks. So it's really different, and you really have to know your audience and know which platforms that you can connect with your people on. So no questions, guys. If you think of something, definitely feel free to reach out to me. And if you found any value with this, please be sure to share it. And if you're not following me, please be sure to follow me on Periscope. And that's it, guys. I will talk to you soon. Enjoy your Thursday. Bye.